What's up, ladies and gents? It's your boy Tazz Knight. You just tuned into another episode of the Tazz Knight Show.
He's a man with a plan who's blessed from above. He keeps it real, you know the deal, as he spreads the love. A true Christian on a mission, dropping knowledge like whoa. Get ready, YouTubers, for the Tazz Knight Show. Yeah.
Today's icebreaker is, what is your dream job? What is it that you wake up every morning thinking about, go throughout your day thinking about, going to sleep thinking about, and dream about? It's kind of like the Sister Act 2 thing, you know. If you dream about it, think about it, if that's the only thing that can come to your mind, that's what you were born to do. What is that dream job? Comment on the box down there. We're going to skip the warm-up today and get right into the show. Today's show is entitled Dream Chasers. Basically, in our life, we have a lot of dreams that we have. Some of them, you know, change as we grow up. As a kid, we might want to be maybe a police officer or whatever it is that, you know, we thought was so cool. And then as we matured and became teenagers, it might have changed into, oh, I want to be a basketball player, rap star, singer, or something like that. And then maybe as we got into college, we realized, you know, oh, hey, that right there is pretty cool. Maybe I want to be an engineer, or I want to be a doctor, or, you know, whatever it is that, you know, we find to be our dream. And for me, growing up, I didn't really have that generic, I want to be a firefighter, the normal stuff that everybody wanted to be, police officer, doctor, lawyer. You know, growing up, I really didn't have anything in particular. I just wanted to help people. I just wanted to be a blessing to someone else. And that's always been my spirit, to help others, to help youth. And I think that as I grew up older throughout my years, I've always helped youth. And that's been a passion of mine. Right now, I'm working in retail, unfortunately, but, you know, it pays the bills to get me to the next step to where I'm going, which is my dream. And that's what this show is pretty much about, bringing your dream into reality, as it is titled, Dream Chasers. We're chasing those dreams. Recently, I had a chance to meet up with some wonderful people. I've been praying about it, and it's starting to come to fruition now, and my music is starting to take off, and I'm loving every minute of it. And that's something that I always wanted to do. I wanted to be a gospel rapper. Before, I just wanted to be a rapper, but as I got more into my spirit, it's more into, you know, my beliefs and spirituality, you know, it's just like a desire to just go ahead and bless God and bless the world with the talent and what He's put into me. And, you know, I've been working on the road for years and years and years, and to finally record it and perform it was awesome. Of course, you guys have heard my Teach Me How to Walk, Teach Me How to Talk, and I got to perform that recently. My goal wasn't really until about May to start performing, but God has blessed me to have started already. So my dreams are starting to come to fruition, and how I got there, well, we're going to talk about that in this particular episode. The first thing that I encourage everybody to do is to recognize what your dream is. Some of us have had dreams, and because of our life or things that's going on around us, it has stopped us from pursuing those dreams. Well, it's time to pull those things back out. We're in a new year. This is the year to do it. You know, as they say, time waits for no man, and tomorrow's not promised. So, you know, time is of the essence, and if you want to make your dreams come true, it's time to start chasing them right now. And the next step that I normally would encourage everyone to do is to start writing down, what is your dream? Write it down on a piece of paper, just like, you know, hey, I would love to do A, B, C, and then, you know, those things that you write down, you know, the goal is to make those things come into reality, not just be a thought or something that you wrote on a piece of paper, but to see it on a piece of paper is something that is concrete and something that you can look at and hold at, where sometimes in your thought, you know, you might be busy throughout the day and you think about something, and by the time you get home, it's gone, but when you write it down, you can always come right back to that, like, you know what, yeah, that's that. Step 2 is start thinking about what it takes and what it is to bring those things about. You know, for me, it started off with, okay, I don't have any music, I don't produce anything, so I started writing lyrics. And, you know, just talking around and asking people about different stuff. You know, it brought to my attention that, hey, you should just do a mixtape. And once you get a mixtape, you put it out there, people like what you have, then it'll be a little bit easier to find someone that'll produce or give you beats and stuff because they'll see that you're serious. And by seeing that you're serious, they're like, oh, you know, he got some good stuff there, you know, let's help him out. And I started doing that. Also started praying too. You know, prayer is key for me. And lo and behold, you know, I took the Dougie beat because I was talking to my friends. Like, I was like, what's hot out there now? Well, everybody's doing this thing, the Dougie. And I was like, well, what's the Dougie? And I listened to it. I was like, I like that beat. I ain't particularly fond of the words and what they're talking about, but you know, yeah. And I took the beat, and that's how I came up with that. And then, you know, as I recorded that, I had a friend who gave me a beat 2 years ago to use for the road, and as I revamped it and rewrote it and all that other stuff, I recorded that. So those are 2 songs I recorded. And just out of the blue, I was at the bowling alley and I was working on some lyrics, and my bowling team saw it and it was like, hey, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, I'm working on some music. I said, oh, you got some music? You know, can we hear it? I was like, yeah, one of these days I'm going to bring it to you. So after I recorded, I brought it to them and they loved it. And it's like, you know what, this is what the kids in our church and just kids in general need to hear. Some good music that, you know, is talking about God. And he introduced me to the minister of music. The minister of music introduced me to the musician who worked with the youth. And next thing I know, they asked me to come to practice. I went to the practice. And they said, well, I want you to rap on this track with the youth. And then the next thing I know, the next practice, they say, well, you don't know it, but next week you're going to be performing. I'm like, what? So my dream is starting to come into fruition. There's a lot of other things that's going on. On Friday, we had the youth program, and it was a success. It went really well. I got to perform and I ministered to the youth and the adults, because a lot of adults got a lot of it as well as the youth. And then the next day I went to go support another gospel rap artist and ended up getting pulled onto the stage to perform again. So it's been like an overnight type of thing for me, and it's just like so awesome, and it just like makes me want to do it even more and more and more. So my dreams as far as that is starting to become a reality. And I encourage you guys to just step out there and step out with faith and start doing, you know, because it's not going to come to you if you just sit back there like, oh yeah, I want to be blah, blah, blah. It's just not going to come and just sit on your lap, you know what I'm saying? So you got to go out there, you got to push until, you know, it becomes a reality. And I encourage you all to do that, you know. So just sit down, think about what it is that you want to do. Think about, you know, what it's going to take to do it. Write it down. You know, give yourself an accountability. That's the other thing that I forgot to mention. You have to have some kind of accountability. You got to say, hey, you know, this is what I want to do, and by this time, I want to do this. If it's training, like, hey, set up a reason. Well, by training, by this month or that month or this week or that, you know, whatever, I want to have this training done, and then from there, this is what I do. Do your research. You got to do your research. You got to understand what it is that you're getting yourself into, and make sure that it happens. Because when you got accountability, you're like, hey, you know, by this time, I either did or didn't do it, and if you didn't do it, why didn't I do it? What can I do to make that part, you know, done? So, yeah, I definitely know that you guys can make your dreams come true, and, you know, it's going to be rewarding, because once you do something that you love to do, and it's in your heart, and it's your passion, you know, it's unlike anything else. It's just like the best feeling in the world. To all my dream chasers out there, as always, while you're here, let those people around you that you know love you. I mean, tomorrow's not promised to me, and look what's happening and what's going on in Japan. You know, I'm sure they didn't expect that to happen. They didn't predict for all that to happen, and it has. And you know, there's so many people over there that some people are missing. They never had a chance to say that they love them. And I think that, you know, there's a truth to the saying that, you know, give me my flowers while I'm alive. Don't wait till I'm dead, because it's like, you know, when I'm gone, I'm not going to be able to enjoy the gifts that you have. So, as always, like I say, love someone, show them that you love them, and don't let them go another second, another day. So I encourage you guys, as soon as you get off this video, to call somebody. You know what I mean? You might have a lot of people that you need to say to, but at least start with one. And say, hey, such and such, you know, I just want to call you and say I was thinking about you, I appreciate you, and I love you. It's simple, it's not hard, and you'll never know. That might be that one thing that brighten up their day. So that pretty much concludes this episode of Dream Chasers. Peace out. God bless. Tazz Knight Show.
Praise God. For our next portion of our program, we have Tazz Knight. He's a newcomer to us. And he's going to give us a couple of selections. So if you would join me in welcoming Mr. Tazz Knight.
I'm just definitely proud to be here with you guys at Love. I've been working for the last couple of weeks and it's been like really awesome for me. I'm proud to be here right now. There's always much to happen. There's always a road that we have to travel. That's what my first song pretty much was about. I was a young man who was doing his thing in life. And as he was doing his thing, he met somebody who told him about the word of God. And he was like, well, you don't understand my life. And the first like, well, you just don't understand my God. That's what this song right here is about. Living a life on the edge since I was 16, running the streets with my boys was the happening thing. Getting high every day at the clubs, the scene. Partying and chasing girls, see I was living a dream. Driving in the fast lane, I was having a blast. When life took a wrong turn, I had to grow up fast. I lost my mom to cancer, never knew my dad. See, he was never around, and it's what you never had. With no place to call home, I learned the ways of the street. It was the Bible or the pigeons, and I thought to eat meat. Pride was the only thing that I had to call mine. Eventually it would fail, just a matter of time. I don't know where this road is going to lead. All I know is that please and do that I believe. As I walk to my knees, it's to you that I pray. For guidance and protection as I learn the way. Everything around me, gotta keep that going. Jesus is my word and Savior. If he really ain't no God, is the root to all evil. Just another temptation, my faith to deceive your life. Or the latest trend, you be rocking with your friends. Ain't about what you learn, that's what get you in the hat. You can walk that flat jump and drive the hottest car. You can do the dirty and party like a rock star. But the man, get your friend, get hot, get your, well, what you don't want me to say, if it ain't about right. We need to stop living like the what we call society. I like to put and lead to the meat. I be early. Come on, teach me how to talk. Teach me how to walk. Like a Christian. Teach me how to talk. Teach me how to walk. Like a Christian. Teach me how to talk. Teach me how to walk. See, when they claim that you be saints when they know that they ain't. Come on.